Hello, my name is Olivia, and I'm doing my lab practicum on the reflux reaction. Since I am not a good drawer, I did cut out props to be used. Safety procedures: make sure you are wearing your lab coat at all times, along with your protective goggles. If you're working with corrosive reactants, make sure you have gloves on and are doing the pouring of your reactions in the hood and using the tentacle hood, I believe they are called, to make sure that there is some sort of air filtration at your workstation. Things you will need: you will need 2 ring stands. You'll need an Erlenmeyer flask, a thermometer, which flipped over, there we go. You'll want 2 pieces of tubing. You'll need a sink with a running faucet that can be attached to the tubing, an elbow connector. Please excuse the cat who's trying to, not sanitary for the lab. Nope, Kringle, stay away from the camera. I have a liquid funnel, a heating mantle and heating pad set. Sorry, Kitty keeps wanting to come in.
You can't even see him.
Clamps. You'll want somewhere between 2 and 4. You'll want a fractionating column that has a side arm with it. That'll allow us to connect to this next one, which is a London style condenser. And then you'll need your reactants in a round bottom flask. Now let's actually set up the reaction. Alright, move these up so I can get to them. First, you'll want a ring stand, and at its base, you'll put the heating mantle and the heating pad. The heating pad is more used for stirring if you have a stir bar in your reactants. It allows them to mix more evenly. Then you'll put your reactants in the heating mantle. If the round bottom flask is too big for your respective heating mantle, use a bigger size. If it is smaller, use sand to help keep it steady. And remember that the heating mantle gets plugged into the variac plug, which allows us to control the amount of energy going into it. Next, you'll put in the fractionating column and the thermometer. The bulb should go roughly right where the sidearm and the rest of the fractionating column meet. And you will use clamps, I'm going to use 2 in this instance, to secure it down so that you don't have this toppling over in the middle of the reaction. Then next, you'll want another ring stand. This is to hold the condenser steady while you are doing the reaction. Yeah. These 2 are connected. I'm going to try and give myself a little bit more space. And you will use a clamp there to help hold all of that together. And then to this, you would add the elbow connector, which is hiding under the funnel. There. You'll use the elbow connector to just divert the flow of the liquid coming out of the condenser. And then you'll have your Erlenmeyer flask with a liquid funnel in it. The liquid funnel is just to help give it a wider surface area for the liquid to land on and have it still go into your flask. Then you'll have the sink, which I'm going to move here for the sake of ease, and your 2 pieces of tubing. These are going to be attached to your condenser because the constant circle of cold water is what allows for the heated steam to condense back down into a liquid. So on the bottom one, I'm going to use this one, you want to connect that to the inflow of water from the sink, because that way the water is being pushed up. And then you'll have the other piece of tubing going from the upper one into the actual sink so that it is draining out, and those 2 allow for a constant flow of water. And that would be how you do a reflux reaction.